Hello! Hello! It is Thursday! Yeah, it's Thursday! Let's go. We're back to Mario Party 3. I haven't played this since Waluigi pissed me off and I was extremely late picking up my child from school. But hopefully we don't have any crazy wacky watch shenanigans today, so we're just gonna jump right in. Hello, Blue. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Woo, 7. It's a good number. Lucky 7. Lucky 7. It's just me today. Run it with this crew like I always do. All equal on hard. No handicap. I haven't decided what I want to go. Creepy Cavern. Underappreciated board, I think. 50. Or I could go 45 and that's fine. 50 would work. 50's fine. 50's fine. 50's fine. If we go, we go. And I do need to change my settings too. But hello, this wonderful Thursday. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. It's not snowing because that was last week. I did not forget to take the juice for Riley's snack day today. I didn't forget. It got delivered on time to her teacher. And we roll a 10 for our good deed. Because the last 2 times, I have forgotten. Her very first day of snacks, she had snacks. I brought them. No big deal. The second month for snacks, she had to bring juice, I think. And I just totally spaced it. I totally forgot. And I felt so terrible about it. And then the next month, which was November, I'm like, okay, we are not forgetting. We aren't forgetting anymore. Yes. Like, we're not forgetting anymore. We're gonna make sure we get the juice to the school. And I had bought juice. The weekend before. Like, yes, we have the juice. And then I forgot the day of and I didn't bring it. It's like, oh shit, we have it. So, salvaged it because I grabbed it real quick, ran back up to the school, dropped it off at the office like, hey, this is for Riley's preschool class. Could you drop this off? And they're like, yeah, no problem. So that got salvaged, and the next month was December, and she was in charge of plates for the Christmas party. So didn't really have to worry about like snacks, but I knew about like the party. So, but now we're in January. Riley had juice today, and I did not forget. Did not forget this time. I wrote it on the calendar and everything, so it's like, I'm not forgetting. I will not let myself forget. So there we go. And it's like, well, Riley's sick and she needed medicine. So while I was in the kitchen, taking care of her medicine, like, I'm gonna pull the juice out of the fridge and sit it right by the door so I don't forget. Hello, Alex. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Me and Blue are ops. She said, first before I could. I know, crazy. Why only juice once a month? I think it's just, they have like their own juice. But like, every day for preschool, someone is in charge, for juice. And I think it's also a show and tell day. I forget the show and tell part. Honestly. I seriously forget the show and tell part. But also, the kids have like a special field trip today. So, cause today is a special day, at school. Not at school, but like, as you all know, I live in the state of Kansas. So, today, January 29th, is Kansas's birthday. Kansas, the state of Kansas, is 165 years old. So the kids and Riley's preschool class are taking a special field trip to the museum for fun Kansas Day stuff. So, because they had like a little mini Spirit Week kind of this week. Monday wasn't anything, luckily, because Riley was homesick. And Tuesday was pajama day, and we don't really have any school/weather appropriate pajamas for either child. Allie just has a pair of sweatpants, and Riley likes a t-shirt and shorts for pajamas. Both kids do. And we don't have like a spare like pajama pants for either child for a pajama day. So that's just kind of lost on us. Wednesday was like Kansas team day. So like any like our high school, you know, our hometown team, or like a college team that's in Kansas, or like Chiefs technically, even though they are in Missouri, but they're moving to Kansas. So that's a whole spiel. So it's just like any kind of like Kansas team. And then today is like dressed like a cowboy/cowgirl day. And we don't really have much cowboy/cowgirl stuff aside from boots. So, and Riley wears those every day. So, yeah, I always try to do something for like the spirit, for like any like special like Spirit Week, quote unquote. But it's like, if we don't have the stuff, we don't have the stuff. So yeah. So yeah, that's Kansas Day. So Kansas is 165 years old. I would sure hope other schools in other states celebrate their state if they can. I would sure hope so. Because I grew up learning a lot about Kansas every Kansas Day. If we, you know, if it was during the school week, we'd always like celebrate Kansas. It was like a big thing. Learn a lot of factoids about the state of Kansas. Like Kansas is like not super like interesting, but it's my home, so. Wee. So, but yeah, the kids are taking a special field trip to the museum today for Kansas stuff, and I think it's pretty neat. I'm meant to bring juice for everyone? Yeah, for all the preschoolers. So that's kind of the thing. Concept that Kansas was born during the Victorian era is wild to me. That's so old. Britain doesn't do that with cities, and I feel like we should. I mean, America was like 1777? 76? 1776, I think. So, yeah, I mean, 165 years ago. 2026 minus 165. 1861 was when Kansas became a state. So, there you go. Where did the star go? It's over there. Oh, that's nice. That worked out. It done over and asleep. I do that sometimes. A lot of time I start sleeping on my side and I end up on my back. That's what happens a lot of the time. Britain doesn't do that with cities. I feel like we should. Yeah, I can tell UK wasn't fully formed till 1801. Gotcha. I think I've ever celebrated Florida's birthday in school. Oh my god. It makes me feel real bad because it's like I'm so used to celebrating Kansas every year this time. Because like a couple things always happen in January. We have Kansas Day, and like the 100th day of school usually lands in January somewhere. And that was always a big deal for me growing up anyway. England and Scotland from 1707 to 1801. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not like a big history buff or anything, but I know a little bit. Kansas state flower is a sunflower. Our state turtle is a boxing turtle. Our state bird is a meadowlark. Our state tree is the cottonwood tree. That's all I know off the top of my head. Oh shit. Alright, well. There we go. Now we're gonna get on track. After the Goomba. Gotta go after the Goomba. So there's some little factoids, and also fun fact about Tessa Jane. My favorite flower is the sunflower because it reminds me of home. Our state song is Home on the Range. That's why there was a pajama day, you know, Home on the Range. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Yeah. Home, home on the range. Yeah. Please. That doesn't help me at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 item. I'll take some items. I like items. Give me an item game. I mean, I know we talked about Florida being discovered, but I don't know if we celebrated the day, though. To this day, I will never forget the name of the man that discovered Florida. And in my heart, I genuinely feel like it's common knowledge. But I don't know that realistically. It probably isn't. I mean, granted, I grew up in Kansas. So, I don't know anything about Florida. I don't know anything about Florida. I mean, there were, like, you know, a handful of things. Bam, 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 bam. Come here, buddy. Thank you. Ponce de Leon. Name is so cool. We were discovered by a Spanish man named Juan Ponce de Leon. John Pounce the Lion. That is pretty cool, I will say. Before 1801, UK wasn't called the UK, it was just Great Britain. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, history was my least favorite subject in school. But I think now that I'm older, I can probably benefit from, like, learning a little bit more. Mostly at my own pace. Because that was my problem when it came to, like, school. Was, like, everything was just, you know, by the curriculum. And it was like, I don't know, man. Our state mammal is a buffalo, I think. Pretty sure. I mean, most people's knowledge of Kansas either comes from the Kansas City Chiefs, which aren't technically in Kansas. They're going to be soon, because it was approved they're going to build a new stadium in, like, was it Overland Park? Somewhere in there. But it's on the Kansas side. So they're going to build a new stadium on the Kansas side, and that's where they'll play. So now we can't make fun of people for thinking Kansas City plays in Kansas anymore. That was like my favorite part when people are like real dumb on that. And Wizard of Oz. You know, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. And also fun fact, again, little Kansas factoids for you. Do not ask me how I know this. I know this because I am a Kansan. Dorothy's house, you know, Dorothy, Wizard of Oz, Dorothy. Dorothy's house is a real attraction in a town called Liberal, Kansas. It is tucked away in the southwest corner of the state. But yeah, you can go see Dorothy's house, which is pretty neat. So, I'm like a sleeper agent. I don't even know that I knew that until you started talking about this, and I was like, I mean, I know that Ponce de Leon discovered Florida. Came back to me before he even realized it. You were suddenly overcome by the urge to spit Florida facts. I have a better chance of doing it this way. I need to roll more than a 5. Let's go. Let's go. L-E-T-S-G-O, let's go. Let's go. L-E-T-S-G-O, let's go. I was never a cheerleader. I came close a couple times in middle school. But then I was on dance team in high school. Where's Matt? Or where's the star? Oh, hell yeah. Yes, please. Yay! So yeah, I was on a dance team during basketball season. This way. This way. Yeah! Look at me go! Not a chum boy. Good go. So ha Mila ya. 这么中间的米个米score. So ha yeah. Second like a oh eh. Cause a girl could you got oh eh. That tick. Okay, before I get too carried away. I'm just singing Supernova over here. Let's see. Multiple names UK had Britannia, yes. Great Britain, the United Kingdom, British Isles, Pride in, Welsh variation. Ooh, that's a lot. We changed a lot, yeah, definitely. Literally, the only Florida facts they teach us are about Ponce de Leon and how to outrun an alligator. The Kansas mantra, or the Midwest mantra. We don't have earthquakes, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have alligators. We don't have earthquakes, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have alligators. But, unfortunately, we do have tornadoes. Yeah. Juan Ponce de Leon is probably the rizziest name of all time. That man probably got so much action. I'd fold, I fear. Breaking into singing Supernova. Yeah. It's a good song, and it's one of Riley's favorite songs. Her favorite songs, Whiplash by aespa, Supernova by aespa, and she really likes Takedown. She used to request Golden a lot, but now she requests Takedown a lot. But I asked her the other day what her favorite song was, and she told me Whiplash. So... yeah. I also really like Supernova. Boo Koopa Goomba. 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 First from the right is Boo! Boo! Kill the joke! Hello! Welcome in, hope you're having a good day, and hello Raiders! Wow, Mario and Peach are dumb. Mario and Peach are dumb. Goomba Boo Koopa Koopa Goomba. 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 First from the right is Goomba. But hello Joke, hello Weird Toad, hello, welcome in, hope you're having a good day, sorry to ready to run, no worries, you get ready for work. Hopefully your stream went very well, and I hope you have a wonderful time at work, which is really weird to say, but work is work. Goomba, Koopa Koopa, Boo Boo, Goomba, alright. Goomba, Koopa Koopa, Boo Boo, Goomba. Goomba, Koopa Koopa, Boo Boo, Goomba. Goomba, Koopa Koopa, Boo Boo, Goomba. Fifth from the right is second from the left. It's a Boo. Hey! But if you're not following Kill the Joke, do so. I know they do a lot of Mario Party, speed running as well, because I've tuned into some of their streams before when I can, and they're awesome. Boo Goomba Boo Koopa Boompa Koopa Goo 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 Goo. Hello Kelly, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for stopping in with the raid. Yeah, I say things out loud. And it's like, I could just, notepad and paper. But where's the fun in that? Where is the fun in that? And like, you know, it's been proven that, you remember more if you have pen and paper and write stuff down. But also, I am very visual and audio. That's like my learning thing. Because like people learn differently. I'm like very like sound and music and visual. I think those two are like the same amount of points. Because I took a test online. I took it twice. And both those things have like the same amount of points for me. Is visual and like audio and music. So, love when Tessa does Tessa things. Yeah, Luigi has a lot of warp blocks. I just noticed. He can just zoom everywhere. But hello everyone, welcome in. I didn't do my spiel because I was too busy doing Goombas, Boos, Koopas, oh my. Hello everyone, my name is Tessa Jane. I am a variety streamer and today is Mario Party 3. I haven't played Mario Party 3 in like a few weeks because the last time I played Mario Party 3, Waluigi used a Wacky Watch and I couldn't, or like I had possession of a Wacky Watch and I was real mad that it got stolen from me and it got used because I have to pick up my child at 3:45 Central Time. And I was real late picking her up that day and I was so mad. But we're back. We're back to Mario Party 3 because it's like, I just want to shut off my brain and Mario Party 3 is the way to do it because Mario Party 3 is my favorite Mario Party. So, yeah. I spent a lot of time on Mario Party 3 when I was younger. Me and my sister rented it a lot. Mario with the juke! Nope. Da 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 da. Ha ha ha! Now it's me with the juke. Dude, you have found every single one of them, but I gotta snipe you! Goodbye. Now Supernova stuck in my head because I started singing it earlier. Cause I get cause you got chicken cause I done na uri no sawana cause I get cause you got Tell me I didn't even listen to that song today. It's like yesterday when I got Spaghetti by LE SSERAFIM stuck in my head because I was doing that like sure, a key could be helpful. Because I was doing like the restaurant gauntlet that I couldn't beat. Where is the star? Oh, it's over on this side. Ew. And you know, before a battle, they'll say bon appetit, and then you go, and that's what got Spaghetti stuck in my head. Ibai saiki spaghetti, pego shimni bon appetit, kunyan poke achapi, eat it up, eat it up. Mari sogi SSERAFIM, bad bitch in between your teeth, kunyan poke achapi, eat it up, eat it up. Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up. Oh, goodness. Allie's been really liking that song lately, and there is a clean version of it because, hey, they do drop an F-bomb. Kazuha drops an F-bomb in that song. But they replaced bitch in the chorus with dish, and they replaced the fuck with fork. It is very clever censoring with the song, and those are the only instances of it, but because they dropped an F-bomb, they have to mark it explicit. So I have both the explicit and the clean version, and if I have the kids around, I'll play the clean version. So instead of bad bitch in between your teeth, it's bad dish in between your teeth. And then the line where Kazuo drops the F-bomb. Trying to... I think the line is, yeah, this is a hotspot. Don't give a fuck ni gamarathon. Yeah, but then it's, don't give a fork ni gamarathon. Yeah. It is clever censoring, you know. Don't give a fork. Anyway, Spaghettis is a real good song. Hello, Jade. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Stressed, fearless, say yes. We don't dress to impress. Dun, 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 dun. Speaking of the Seraphim. I do enjoy LE SSERAFIM's music. Like, sometimes I hate how short their songs are, but I enjoy the music. And isn't that what you want from music artists at the end of the day? Don't you just want to enjoy the music? And this is coming from a person who got into K-pop right in the middle of 2nd gen. So I have seen the beginning of 3rd gen. So, yeah. My bread and butter for K-pop is like 2nd, 3rd, and beginning of 4th gen. So, and beginning of 4th gen is essentially pre-COVID. Anything before 2020. But I keep up with like a handful of things. I know of groups that debuted later. There's even, you know, a couple like LE SSERAFIM or even NMIXX. You want a mushroom? I don't have a mushroom. That I enjoy that debuted in like 2022. I think both of them debuted in 22. So, yeah. So those are probably the 2 groups I recommend. And if you enjoy like 3rd gen and kind of miss like the music styles of 3rd gen, I would highly recommend NMIXX to you. Like, while their vocal abilities aren't as, like, superb as, like, 2nd and 3rd gen, they are... NMIXX has, like, the best vocals of 4th gen. Which, it feels like it's not saying much because 4th gen isn't very vocal heavy, but NMIXX is good. They have very good vocals. So I highly recommend NMIXX. I asked Andy if he remembers, and without any hesitation, he said Ponce de Leon! Must be a Floridian thing. Floridians understand me. It's a stim now. I have to redeem it every time. That is totally fair. I know DA, when he pops in, he redeems it a lot. I mean, I like the song, so... I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess. Like... I wish I can find a GIF of one of their background dancers, or backup dancers, my bad. One of their backup dancers is like conked out, just like not paying attention to anything whatsoever. And the music starts, and then like she just like her body, it's one of those like muscle memory things. Her body just kicks into gear, and her face is like, what just happened? It's really funny. Ah! And I wish I could find a GIF of it. When I was making that alert, I tried to find it, and I cannot find like I can find like a video clip of it, but it's in a compilation of other like clips of like funny K-pop muscle memory moments. It was like my mom did this with me when I was learning the first college routine I ever did. Was Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Oh, I went right into that one. Take that, Mario. Take that, Mario. Your victory is in another castle. Anyway. Anywho. Womp wants a mushroom. I'll buy a mushroom. Hey, we got a streak. The WrestleMania streak. Your victory's in the castle. Thank you, thank you. I don't come up with funny one-liners very often, but when I do, they're in another castle. Anyway. Fully saying a second of it, waking up the stairs, walking up the stairs all day. Love it. Love it. The whole song, if you want to know, is Eve, Psyche, and the Bluebeard's wife. It is a very long title, but I'm sure if you just type I'm a Mess, LE SSERAFIM, you'll find it. It's a good song. Boom, 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 내 심장이 뛰네. Get it like boom, 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 get it like boom, boom, boom. Wow, Lil Chomp didn't stand a chance. I mean, with times 64 odds, it's tempting. But yeah, some of my favorite LE SSERAFIM songs are, you know, Eve, Psyche, and the Bluebeard's wife. Crazy. Spaghetti's climbed up there as one of my favorites. But Crazy is one I'll jam to. Crazy is the one where Otaku Bestie comes from. I'm an Otaku Bestie. Mitcha that candy sassy. I need to learn. I think it's Yunjin that has the next part after that. I think it's her. I don't know. I'm still kind of learning their voices. Like, I think with LE SSERAFIM, I get Eunchae and Kazuha confused sometimes. Like, depending on, like, the era, I can pick them out. But I'm kind of there with NMIXX. I'm to the point where if you show me a random picture of NMIXX, I can probably tell you who is who. I'll probably get Jiwoo. I'll probably be a little slow to get Jiwoo and Kyujin, because I can recognize the others real quickly. But I can put names to faces, and that's always a nice moment when you're learning a new K-pop group. But also remember, Super Junior is my favorite. They are in my ult group. They are the ult group. So, I am totally used to having to put faces. Wow, she got sandwiched. So I'm used to having to learn many faces and names. 17 was pretty easy to learn because they're split up into 3 different units. There she goes. And I think the last 2 I had to learn were Wonu and Mingyu. I got those 2 confused. It's also like EXO, when they first debuted, they were split up into 2 units, EXO K and EXO M. K was for Korea, and M was for, you know, Mandarin. So they promoted all their songs in both Korean and Chinese. I ended up in quite the predicament. Well, might as well make the most of it. So I learned all of EXO-M first because all of their faces were fairly unique to one another. And I had watched some you know, Chinese variety shows they were on. And I learned their names from there. And so I learned all of EXO-M first, all the 6 of them, and then EXO-K came a little bit harder. Yes. It came a little bit harder for me, because the last 2 I had left were Chanyeol and Baekhyun. which is weird because they are totally different, but they were always seen together. But like I didn't know which one was which. I didn't know which one was Baekhyun, which one was Chanyeol. But now that I know, it's real easy. It's real easy. So yeah, hello Deltora! Hello, hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Alright. So, yeah, I'm used to trying to remember names and faces. And sometimes I just kind of, don't sit down and do it. I just kind of do it by proxy. That's how I learned the names and faces of Twice. And it's like, all of them are fairly unique enough that it was pretty easy to pick them out. So, there you go. And there's also a lot of, early Twice dances I have learned by proxy. The other night on JT's stream, he has like an animation of someone and like they're doing the dance to Dance the Night Away. I'm like, I know this dance. I have seen it many times. Like these songs I don't even have on my playlist, but I know the dances because I've just seen them so much from like various K-pop videos that my husband and I have watched. So I know Cheer Up by proxy. I know Dance the Night Away by proxy. I know Signal by proxy, unfortunately, because I do not like that song. I don't like Signal. It's bad. It's bad. I don't like it. But we have a running joke between me and my husband. Because he says Signal is a song of the year because there was a video that we watched years ago. And it was one of them fun little like K-pop games, like a save one, drop one type thing. And you have to pick between two songs. And it gives you like option A, you listen to the song a little bit, and then it gives you option B. And then you gotta pick between the two. And at the time, EXO's Power was one of the latest songs, and I liked Power. He was not like the biggest fan of Power, so when Power popped up, he immediately said, pick the other one. I picked the other one without even knowing. And Signal pops up. And we're like, shit, but he just like 100% committed to the bit. Just completely committed to the bit, and now it's like, oh, Signal Song of the Year, you know, he just plays into the joke. Even though we both do not like that song. Deltora self-destruct? What? Why are we getting Deltora to blow up? What's going on? What is happening? Dang it. So yeah, it's also like, how the, another running joke between me and my husband, K-pop related, is, the G-Friend song, Me Gustas Too. That song. The problem with that song is, we had satellite radio, and we were on our way to go somewhere. And there was only like one Korean station at the time. And it would like play a bunch of songs on repeat because of course. And one day we were on a road trip and it played Me Gustas Too at least 15 times in a row. Or it would play it like 3 times in a row, take a break. Then it would play it again for like 2 more times and then took a break. Then like 5 more times. And I got so tired of that song. It's like a panic response. It's like, no! I hear like the first few notes. I'm like, no! And it's like, I would unironically like the song if that hadn't have happened. Toad Koopa Boo. Toad Koopa Boo. I mean, the stakes weren't very high, but hey, I did it. So there's a little fun fact, inside jokes between me and my husband about K-pop. He says Signal is Song of the Year, and I hate Me Gustas too. And he always makes fun of me for it. Anytime it shows up in, like, the K-pop videos we watch, he always turns to me and is like, hey, it's your favorite song. And I'm like, no, it's not my favorite. It's not. Me gustas too, gustas too, gustas too, I hate how I know that. So, yeah. Fun factoids. We love factoids around here. Insurance keeps trying to text me. Health insurance is up my ass about my kids' doctor's appointments, and it's like, dude, shut up. Shut up. Leave me alone. And it's like, they have state insurance, so they're covered under anybody within the state. Let them go to their doctors in peace. I mean, Riley's got an appointment coming up because, you know, it's around her birthday. I think her doctor's appointment was like late March, I think. And Allie also has one this year. They're just checkups at this point. Yearly checkups. Because, like, they're both relatively healthy. Ah! I don't know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. It's just I get text messages all the time, and it's like, shut up. Shut up. Let them go to their doctors in peace. Let them go to their doctors in peace, please. Ugh. And it's like, they even had doctor's appointments last year. It's like, dude, let them go to the doctor. You know, you should have been billed for this. You know where they go. That's a new phone, who dis? I know. I got a couple, like, I think 2 weeks ago, I got, like, some text message scams. One of those, like, hey, something, 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 something. And it's like, lol, no. Can't call me. Anyway, Del Toro, run to the battle and use explode like the ice cream. Like my explosive ice cream. Oh, now it's bitching to me about Riley. It used to bitch about me for Allie. It's like, Riley has a doctor's appointment coming up in literally 2 months. It's like, yeah, you need to get them signed up with their primary care physician. They already have appointments scheduled. What more do you want from me? Ugh, adulting, man. I hate being an adult sometimes. It's like, yes, I'm a mom of 2. I'm a mom of 2. I'm 30 years old. Sometimes I hate being an adult and having 2 tiny humans to take care of, but that's the life. Even though you don't want to, sometimes you still gotta do it. It's adulting 101. Ugh. Bam, 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 bam. Where am I? Top left. I'm not gonna win. I never win this game. Because Frigid Bridges suck. This game sucks. Like, look, Luigi's cheating. He's cheating. He's hacking. Like, what? Like, look at that! He's hacking! Bro is absolutely fucking hacking right now. It's insane. Not enough badges! Sorry, did I get you via trade? Didn't think so. Get in there. I just imagine Blue the Pokemon trainer, Deltora the Pokemon. Where's the star at? Over there. Let's see if they have it. Technically, was I received by trade? I don't know. No, you don't have it. I wanted Boo Repellent. Cool. I wasted $5. I wasted $5. No, because I don't have Switch Online. I caught you in the wild. Wasn't there one time you, like, made him, like, go to your place in Redacted and have him trade with you for something? Didn't you do that one time? Was it for your Nuzlocke? I feel like I remember hearing about it. I mean, okay, so Vegito and I have played around with the idea on getting you guys in on Switch Online. We've played around with the idea, just haven't talked to you about it yet. Because we have the family plan, which is up to 8. And also, if you get 8 people in on it, it's $10. Because it's like $80 a year. So if you can have multiple people, like, go in on it, and, you know, chip in, you know, it's, you know, if you have like 8 people on the family plan, it's $10 a year. So, he was visiting anyway. It made me fly all the way there just Nuzlocke Evolutions. I mean, I'd say that's a well worth, that trip is worth it. Made him trade so I can get Alakazam or something. Right? Blue, join Tessa's family. Tessa's adopting me. I mean, like, it's something I'll probably, like, actually discuss. Because, like, we've played around with the idea before. Because, like, okay. We have 4 accounts linked to it already. We have, one for me, one for him, one for Allie, and an extra one. That he was like a second file for him that he just kind of does whatever on. And that's the file he's been playing Scarlet and Violet on these last few playthroughs. But like we have 4 filled up. We'll add Riley at some point later on. So that'll be 5. So we'll have like 3 open slots. $10 a year isn't bad, I just have no idea what I would use it for. I know some games have like online, like Xenoblade X has the online. You can do trading and stuff for Pokemon. So, yeah. And also, with the online expansion pack that we pay for, you can play Mario Party 3! Is this an advertisement for Mario Party 3? Maybe. I'm not paid for it, though. And that'll work. Maybe Wonder Trade Nuzlocke or something? Yeah, the surprise trades are crazy in Scarlet and Violet, even Sword and Shield, because there's a lot of like websites that have counterfeit level 100 shinies, but the items you get are crazy. Because some of these Pokemon come with like ability patches where you can change your Pokemon's ability to its hidden ability. So yeah, if you can get like some like cool items, then sure. And like, Vegito has used some of these counterfeit shinies for like Terra raids and stuff to get items from dens. So it's like, you know, we have like some uses for it. Paid paid by Big Mario Party. I wish Mario Party paid me. Nintendo, please. Hey, hi. I play a lot of your games anyway. Dang it, I have like the anime eyes. Blue OOT stream. Yeah, like N64 games, Ocarina of Time. Also SNES games like Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. There's Kirby. There's Kirby's Dream Course. It's a Kirby golf game that's really fun. You don't have a Switch 2 yet, so you can't do the GameCube stuff, unfortunately. Oops, I didn't mean to. Where? Peach. Oh, Luigi's over there. Mario's here. What are some potential star spaces? I'll let Luigi grab that one. So, like, there's a good few things you can get from having online. And having online was how I was able to get the Ares 90 on Xenoblade X, and I could just, like, one-shot things real easy. But yeah, Pokemon trading is definitely one. So that way, if you do have online, if you need a trade, it's like, hey, hit me up. I'll help you. I will trade with you. So, hello, yes. May I speak to John Nintendo? Yes, it's urgent. I don't have an uncle that works at Nintendo, but this is gonna sound like really, really crazy, but I also don't know if this is like actually a joke or legitimate or not, but I was told 20 years ago when the Nintendo Wii came out, my brother and his girlfriend at the time got one like real early, or like right at launch, and his girlfriend at the time was like, yeah, I have a family member that works at Nintendo. And it's like, to me, to child me, 10-year-old me, that sounded so cool. But now as an adult, I'm like, were you joking? Were you not joking? Do you actually have a family member working at Nintendo? Like, what's the deal here? But it's also really crazy to think that the Wii was 20 years ago. That is so insane to me. Oh, it's so crazy. Should just be like, Del Toro, fly here so I can trade again. Which is so funny because I think I live closer to Redacted than Del Toro does. I think. And all I've said was I am in the state of Kansas. Who knows actually how close that is to Redacted? I don't know, man. I don't want to accidentally dox Blue. That I wouldn't live with myself if I did that by accident. I just know she lives in Redacted. Well, I invited you. I know. I need gas money. I need gas money first. Ah! Because why fly when you can drive? That is the Midwestern in me. Why fly when you can drive? I mean, in 2018, we took a road trip to Florida, and we drove. We drove. It was a 2-day trip. Wee. Because my husband had a family in Florida, and we stayed with them, and it was fun. Yeah, the only thing that we didn't do that we regretted from that trip was we didn't actually like go to the beach because the weather. The first full day we were there, it was Sunday, and it was really nice. We should have went that day. We went to the beach, but didn't go to the beach. But then the other days it was like kind of overcast and chilly, quote unquote. You can definitely tell we were tourists. You can definitely tell we were tourists because we dressed for the spring and everyone else dressed for winter. Because Floridians are babies when it comes to the cold. But they don't know cold, so... What's up, Bowser? I say that as we have had all kinds of funky weather for the last several weeks. Because we had a big ol' wet snow in like 40-degree weather 3 weeks ago. 1 week ago, we had extreme cold and snow. Now it's like the weather doesn't know if it wants to be 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 60 degrees. It has no idea what it wants to do. 2 degrees, it doesn't know. It literally does not know what it's doing. That's a text message I was expecting. Allie has a basketball game tonight, and I got the reminder text message. Hopefully! More kids show up. 2 feet of snow? Love that. So, Allie had a basketball game Monday night, and this is what's driving me so bonkers about this basketball team. The coach, I don't really have much an opinion on them, because, like, the fourth quarter of the game they played on Monday night, it was, like, the best basketball these girls have ever played. And we need to take, like, that fourth quarter and apply it everywhere else. And also the thing is, it's not like the girls, it's like more on the parents, because man, some of these kids as parents like don't fucking care, and it drives me insane that they don't care. But luckily, the first 2 games, the first 2 games, we only had 5. And so all 5 girls had to play the entire time. But Monday night, we had 1 sub. One sub. So at least we had some of them getting subbed in and out. So that's helpful. I hate placing the log. I hate it so bad. I never have enough time to see what I'm doing. That's B! I'm stupid. That's B again! I hate everything. I won, thankfully, but bleh. But yeah, we had 6 girls, because I think there's 8 total. There's 8 girls total on the basketball team, and 2 games in a row we had 5, and the 3rd game we had 6. So I really hope at least all of them show up for 1 game. And the thing is, the parents don't say anything about who's going to show up until, like, they're asked or it's mentioned. He has a magic lamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can also just force his hand to use the lamp. Because I think his AI is programmed. If he's within a dice roll, he'll try to roll for it. So if he tries to roll for it, he can just get a star here and then use his lamp next turn. But I'll mitigate the stars. Mitigate the stars. Man, and some parents don't even say anything whether or not their kid's gonna show up. And also what drives me bonkers is that, okay, so for example, the game tonight is at 7:15. And it's like, there's a game that plays before us, you know, which is, you know, oh, there's a boot repellent. I need that. Okay, thank you. So the game starts at 7:15, right? And it's like, yeah, there's a game before us, so it might start a little bit later than that. But like, hey, start time for the game is 7:15. And it's like, yeah, you need to show up 15 minutes before. So it's like, start time 7:15, show up at 7. So we have a good head count and we can get in for warm-ups when we need it. But no! Like, only 2 people show up 15 minutes before like you're supposed to, and like the rest of the goddamn team doesn't waltz in there until like right at 7:15 or like right at the start time, and it drives me insane. Like, we were the first game on Monday and it was a 6:30 game. The game was at 6:30. And I get there 6:15, 6:20 maybe. I get there, the only other person there is coach's daughter. Totally fine, right? Then more kind of trickle in, and then we're like right at 6:30, and like we're still waiting on like at least a 5th. So it's just insane how much these parents just don't fucking care. And it's on the parents 100%. It's on the parents 100%. It's like, I know if your kid is sick, and can't make it to the game, that's something you gotta say, like, well beforehand when you know they're not gonna be there. And, it just drives me bonkers that none of these parents fucking care. Oh, if I didn't hit that last one. Oh well, Peach was a bitch anyway. Yeah, it just drives me nuts. Because, like, if your kid is, like, late to things all the time, that's on the parent. It's on the parent. I personally hate being late. Like, if I have all the ability to control when I show up somewhere, I will show up early. And it's like, I try to get there, like, at a decent time early, but I'm not gonna, like say, like, oh, hanging out with friends at this restaurant, we're all meeting up at the restaurant. And he has a lamp. He didn't use the lamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh, that's not a good real layout. But yeah, like if a kid, like, say, like, oh, we're meeting at a restaurant at like 7 p.m. And I will show up and be ready at the latest 6:45. Like, I won't go in there. 1, 2, 3. He doesn't have. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give. Like, yeah, I'm showing up at, like, you know, between 6:30 and 6:45 if we're all meeting up at 7. Nothing irks me more if you don't have a legitimate excuse, or this happens literally all the time, of someone showing up 15-20 minutes late all the time. The chronic lateness or the time blindness, nothing drives me crazier. Because my sister was like this. Yeah, I'm throwing her under the bus. I don't care. She was like this. Hey, fun fact, if she is listening, because sometimes she tunes into stream, we've had to lie to my sister a few times about when we needed to leave to go on a trip. Had to lie to her a couple times. Like, say, we plan to leave at 9 a.m. Plan to leave to go on a trip at 9 a.m. We would tell her we're leaving at 8 a.m. So that way she would be ready to go at 9. We've had to do that before. We have had to do that before. Like, I was always ready to go by the allotted time. And it drives me bonkers when you say, like, I want to leave by this time, or like in this time frame. Like, okay, cool. And I get ready to go in this time frame, and then the time frame happens and we are not leaving. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Because I always had a pretty good plan, a planned out map. And especially now that I have to help a couple kids get ready as well. So it's like, I gotta account for all this time. It just, it drives me nuts. And it's like, if you have to lie to someone to get them ready on time, then it's on them, not you. And it's like, yeah, it's a way to get them to show up on time, but it's sad that you even have to do that in the first place. So yeah, we've had to lie to my sister about the time we needed to leave on a trip. We've had to do that. We've had to do that once. So, but yeah, and it drives me crazy, especially in sports with Allie right now. Because again, it's not the kids' fault that they show up late, it's the parents. But also, if the parents keep this up and, you know, have the bad habits, the kids are going to develop these bad habits and they're not going to care. So it's like, ugh. Because, like, you know, I would be real pissed if I was the coach and I sent a message in a group chat of parents, be like, game starts at this time. I need everyone here by, you know, 15 minutes before. And I would be real pissed if nobody showed up on the time I asked them to. I would be so pissed. I would be so pissed. Why is he not using it? So, yeah, I'm very picky about time. Very picky about it. Hello, DA. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. And also, when it comes to my streams too, I try to start relatively on time. Sometimes time gets away from me, and like if I'm not like super duper pressed on it, then I don't worry about it as much. Like during the summertime, there were a lot of times where I started like damn near 1:30 just because, but I also have like 2 kids. They're the variable. But also it's summertime, I have like nothing pressing. There's usually nothing pressing in the summertime. I think if we're still here in this town, June will be very busy. June will be very busy. Because Riley is old enough for T-ball. And Riley being in T-ball and Allie being in softball, I think Allie will still be in 12U. Riley will be in T-ball. 12U softball, 12U and 16U softball is Monday, Wednesday, Friday on their schedules. And T-ball and coach pitch are Tuesdays and Thursdays. So my evenings in June are probably going to be very busy. They're gonna get very busy. But that's June. I'm not gonna worry about that till we get there. Hello, Antonio. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. How's pasta? It's okay. Oh, I had a burp. Pasta's okay. No back cracking. It hurts a tiny bit, but it's fine. Woo! How am I doing? I am doing pretty good. You came in kind of between rants, because I've been ranting about how everyone's like chronically late. Not everyone, but like people being chronically late, and it drives me insane. Like Family Guy, that one episode with Peter. You know what really grinds my gears? Parents that don't care about showing up on time with their children. That's what really grinds my gears. I did watch a lot of Family Guy when I was younger. Because I watched oh my god, why? Yeah, I watched a lot of Family Guy. And because it was on Adult Swim on the 10 p.m. To 10:30 block. It was on that block, and I would usually like go to bed at 10 p.m., watch a couple episodes of Family Guy, and then shut it off and go to bed. Like, actually go to sleep. That was my routine for a long time in, like, high school. So I watched a fair bit of Family Guy. So it's like, yeah, you know what really grinds my gears? No stream without typical Tesseract. Yeah, I'm always ranting about something. I think I started in on a rant yesterday and I got interrupted by something. Because I didn't realize till like after the stream, I was like, oh shit, I never finished my rant that I started it on. Wait, just to kind of go back to my thought here. Yeah, it drives me crazy about parents not taking time seriously. Like sports. Hey, if I was like an actual coach and you know, these kids are showing up late all the time, I would honestly kick the kid off the team because like, oh, your parent doesn't really care. Why are you here? Unless the kid talks to me, it's like, hey, I hate how my parents are doing this. Can you help me? You know, because there's, you know, every situation's different. You know, sometimes the kid gets annoyed by their parent being late to stuff. My parents were not quite like that, but like, again, I mentioned my sister was real bad about that. And like, we had to lie to her and tell her, oh yeah, we're leaving an hour earlier than planned to make sure she was ready on time. Which is so, again, ridiculous that we have to do that in the first place with some people. Like, if you give me a time frame, you bet I will show up at the beginning of that frame. But if you give me an exact time, I will show up like 15 to 30 minutes early. Like doctor's appointments, if I have a doctor's appointment for like 1:30, I am there by 1 o'clock. Or 1:15, you know? Just to give time. And I'm usually just like sitting outside, chilling in my vehicle until like it's a reasonable time to go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 2. Love this for me. Cheap viewers! Blue? Blue? It's me, I'm cheap. Blue? Fine, I'll do it. I gave her enough time. Rent's to be about roasting my Call of Duty. Roasting Call of Duty, yeah. This time she'll be at your house. She'll be there, yeah. Give me a time frame, I'll be there. I also remember, this was Thanksgiving 2020, and my brother and his wife invited the siblings and, you know, adjacent children, if applicable, to their house for Thanksgiving. And I was messaging my sister, or like she had texted me something, and it's like, I've been to my brother's house before. I had been there before. And like, and so I have the address, and you know, we tag team GPS it, you know, between me and my husband. And she makes the comment, or like, who's gonna be driving? And I'm like, my husband's gonna be driving? Like, he always drives? He drives for a living. His career is literally driving all the time. But he also insists on driving everywhere. And it's like, dude, I can give you a break from driving. But he's like, no, I'll do it. It's fine. So it's like, he's driving. So I answer her like, he's driving, yeah. And she responds with, hope he knows how to get there to my brother's house that I have the address to, that I have been there once before, so I can help direct him. And I think I replied something with like, he's not stupid. He's not stupid. He knows how to get there, and he knows how to navigate. And we leave at like 4 or 5 in the morning to make sure we get there on time. I say on time, but like we get there at about lunchtime. So we leave pretty early to get there around lunchtime. And we get there perfectly fine. No problems. You know, like no issues. We get there perfectly fine. Perfectly safe, you know. And then when my sister and her husband get up there, they walk in and said, yeah, we got lost. So I laugh at the irony. That is, hope you know how to get there, and they were the ones that got lost. I laugh at that every time. Because it's like, yeah, don't say stuff like that and then immediately turn around and not know how to get to your destination. Oh, a little off. Dang it. 222! Driving to the Shadow Realm? I'm sure he wants to be there right now because he is sick. He's been sick, but today was the worst of it. He should be home at some point. So he said he was gonna try to be home around break time, maybe, question mark, so. I'm sure he would love the Shadow Realm. That way he can just, like, rest and not be sick anymore. So, yeah. Driving and navigating. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, don't make comments about, like, hope he knows how to get there, and then you're the ones that get lost. Again, I can't help but laugh at the irony of it. Snacks, food, and place to stay, and more. Yeah, he needs medicine. Hope they got medicine. Bloop. Hello. Yes, please. Anyway, the rant I was gonna go into yesterday. So, I think during Tuesday morning, or Wednesday morning. I think it was Tuesday morning and a little bit of Wednesday morning. I'm scrolling on Twitter, minding my own business. I have found Fairy Tail all over my feeds. And, he has milk truck is getting stuck in the snow and he has to keep getting it towed. Oh my god! That's insane, honestly. That's crazy. Poor mail truck. Now, I don't have instant transmission. I'm sorry. I'm not a miracle worker. So yeah, like Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning, scrolling on Twitter, I find my way into Fairy Tail stuff, which is totally fine. Fairy Tail's my favorite anime of all time. And it's the 20th anniversary of Fairy Tail, which is really, really cool. So I'm seeing, you know, a bunch of discussions, bunch of, you know, tweets, good, bad, indifferent, you know, just whatever, anything under the sun about Fairy Tail. And I stumble upon this one thread about these two arguing over essentially what is media literacy and the lack thereof. And people talking about things that they have no knowledge of. So these two were arguing. I'm on one guy's side, honestly, because he's like, yeah, it totally happened. So I might go into a little bit of Fairy Tail spoilers. So it's like Grand Magic Games, end of Grand Magic Games spoilers. So just be warned. Just be a little bit warned, because that's kind of the topic of this rant. So these two are like arguing, and a lot of people are like, oh god, Fairy Tail's so stupid. All it is fan service, which, yes, there is an absurd amount of fan service, but it's both the men and the women. The Ice Mage has a stripping habit, and that Ice Mage is a dude. Any other, like, dude bro shonen would have made a female have a stripping habit just for the fan service, okay? I'ma be real. Again, the fan service is equal opportunity in Fairy Tail. Getting that out of the way now. So a lot of people are like, oh, Fairy Tail's just gooner bait, like, whatever. But Fairy Tail has a very well-written cast of female characters. So that's kind of the thing. And they go into Ultir. So, they're going into Ultir, and her big sacrifice at the end of Grand Magic Games. And Gray goes through this whole freaking arc and she sacrifices all of her time, and she becomes an elderly woman at the end of Grand Magic Games. And as the Fairy Tale Guild is going back to their home after the whole events, Gray sees this old lady, seemingly unrecognizable, but just kind of picks up the vibes, and he realizes this old lady is Ultir. And he puts it together that his mentor, Uru, and Ultir, because Ultir is Uru's daughter. So he puts it together, and he's like, man, both of them, mother and daughter, you know, sacrificing themselves for me. You know, it's a whole character moment, and Ultir coming to terms with, you know what, I did it good, which, you know, her whole character development. And this dude bro is arguing that, like, there's no way to know that that was Ultir. There's no way, and you're pulling up manga panels. Where is it in the anime? And bro is showing clear-cut, concise evidence. Like, hey, this is Gray coming to terms. Here's the manga panel. Here's screenshots from the anime. Boom, there it is, concrete evidence. And bro's like, I never watched Fairy Tail, so how was I supposed to know? And it's like, dude, do you want the info spoon-fed to you? Like, that's the problem with media literacy. It's on the decline. And it's like, people expect the info to be spoon-fed to them, and it's like, that's not good storytelling. It's not. Leave things up to interpretation. Imply things happening. Like, again, it was implied that, like, Gray knew that was Ultir. He knew. He knew, even though it wasn't explicitly stated. But people expect things to be explicitly stated, and then people bitch about bad storytelling. What do you want? It drives me insane. 76. It drives me insane that people just expect info to be spoon-fed to them. Color's Mario, he's red. So, and the whole debate first started with it started with comparisons of a character from Jujutsu Kaisen and comparing her to other female characters in shonen anime, specifically Erza. I think her name is Maki. Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen and Erza keep getting pitted against each other by dude bros, and it's like, we can enjoy both characters for what they are without the comparison, but if we are going to compare, you know, like, I don't know anything about Maki and Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know anything, so I don't know what the fair comparison is, but people are watering down Erza's character to, like, just, oh, fan service, but, like, she's got one of, like, the most tragic backstories. Like, you know, child slave, escapes, you know, has to, like, kill her, watch her friends die, and, you know, it's a rough go of it for Erza's life. And Erza is such a badass queen, you know, Grand Magic Games, you know, 1 versus 100. 1 versus 100, that's one of her most badass moments, honestly, in the Grand Magic Games. Also, Grand Magic Games is, like, one of the best tournament arcs. I haven't seen the Dark Tournament from Yu Yu Hakusho, so I know a lot of people praise that one as one of the best tournament arcs in shonen anime, but I will say Grand Magic Games is definitely up there on the list of tournament arcs. Anyway. So, like, Erza has her badass moments, but people are just watering her down to, like, oh, she's just fan service. Like, no. She's more than that. Erza is way more than that. And again, I know nothing about Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen, or, like, hardly anything from Jujutsu Kaisen. I know a lot of people think Gojo's hot. That's all. Gojo and, what's his name, Nanami, pulling bro by the hair, and a lot of people went feral over that. That's all I know about Jujutsu Kaisen, so my knowledge is very limited. But it just really sucks to see like this unnecessary comparison, or like comparisons that just delude into insulting the other character. And it's like, again, I wish I knew more so I can have a fairer comparison. All I know, I can only go up to bat for Erza because Fairy Tail's my favorite anime, and I know more about Fairy Tail in Erza. But that's kind of where the whole thing started, and it like diluted into like media literacy. It's like, bro, like if you're gonna argue a point, back it up. Have the evidence and the proof to back it up. So that's all the rant really is, because it was just, God, reading some of these tweets they were shooting at each other, like, dude, bro, and it made me lose brain cells. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was losing brain cells. All right, let me catch up on chat. Still got okay. Okay, if you're curious as to why it's getting stuck, it's because the route is out in the boonies. It has to be taken on a Jeep, but for some reason they put Gihan on it, and he doesn't have a Jeep. He told them the mail truck was going to get stuck. They made him go anyway. That's so rude. I still gotta finish Fairy Tail. I know, I've read the manga, so I've read it online. So I know how, like, Fairy Tail ends. I know nothing of 100 Years Quest. I know it exists. I would love to sink my teeth into 100 Years Quest, but it's just time and everything. But I also need to watch, because I know they animated the rest of the manga for Fairy Tail. I need to get back to that. I tried watching it. I got a couple episodes. I got a couple episodes deep into like the 2018, the final arcs of Fairy Tail, but not too deep into it. So I kind of technically need to finish the anime, but also seeing all the Fairy Tail content, I'm like, I want to start over. It's one of those, I watched the subtitled version because that was all that was available when I first started watching it. It didn't get a dub till later. So I've only ever watched the sub. So like watching the dub is a little bit strange to me. And it's not a strange, oh, sub's better than dub type thing. No, it's just strange because I'm not used to it. Because that wasn't what I'm used to hearing. So I am in the camp of watch whatever you want. There's my sub v dub debate. The guy who usually takes the route, who owns a Jeep, is here today. They're making him do something else. No one knows why. That's insane. Yeah, Grand Magic Games? Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, Grand Magic Games is really good. Grand Magic Games and the Tartaros arc are probably my two favorite arcs out of Fairy Tail. Where even is the star? It's over there. Let's go this way. I have too many items. Maki, my queen. Maki and Erza are not similar. They're just both powerful women. That's pretty much it. I think that was just the basis of the comparison, which is they're both strong. It's like, again, I know nothing about Maki. I know nothing. So it's like, that's really all I have to go off of on that comparison. It's like, yeah, from the clips and stuff I've seen talk about her recently, it's like, she's pretty badass. You know? Like, to me, outsider looking in, not knowing anything, it's like, oh, hey, Maki's pretty badass. But then when you're pitting characters one-on-one in a negative way, it's like, why are we doing this? Blue is people. Maki's TLDR is that she can't use curse energy, Jujutsu Kaisen's magic system, so she's entirely physical in a world of sorcerers, born into a family of very prestigious sorcerers. Okay. So kind of like a Rock Lee and Asta, in a way. Because like Rock Lee can only use Taijutsu in Naruto. Can't use Ninjutsu or Genjutsu. And Asta, the main character in Black Clover, can't use magic at all, period. But he becomes a wizard. So, but she wants to fight, so she uses cursed tools to be able to fight. Maki is one of my favorite characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. Absolute baddie. Very different character from Erza, yeah. They're literally just women that could beat up men, and that's about it. Erza has all those different armors and forms and stuff since forever since I've seen it, and I never finished it, so I'm rusty. Maki's just a girl with weapons. The magic system is in both shows are way too different to even compare them. Yeah, definitely. Alvarez arc? Gotcha, that's like the end. So, back to the main gotcha. Yeah, right now, Maki's getting big spotlight because she's got a huge glow up, and that part just got animated. And that's really all I've seen Twitter talk about, is like that particular part. So that's why there's a lot of conversation about Maki. So, yeah, part of me really wants to jump back into the Fairy Tail anime because it's my favorite, and I want to watch something comfortable. And I talked with Vegito about this, I think last night, that it's like, I want to get back into anime, but a lot of anime just isn't appealing to me. It's not really appealing to me right now, either like storyline-wise or the animation style. It's just not grabbing me like, you know, a good, you know, show should, you know? It's like you want to try and grab, you know, your audience and try and get them to stay, you know? But it's like, that's my problem. It's my problem with a lot of like anime. No stories really grabbing at me. Like, I see clips of like, you know, stuff all the time on Twitter or TikTok, but it's like nothing really makes me want to stay for the long run, you know? Because like Jujutsu Kaisen, I've heard a lot of good things about it. That's just one of those, I don't have time to sit down and watch it. And I don't know if Vegito would want to watch it with me or not, and that's another thing, because like he doesn't have a lot of time to sit down and watch things. And if it's something that I want to watch by myself, then I will watch it by myself. But if Vegito wants to watch it, then we gotta wait till we're together. So that's kind of the whole thing there. Nope. So, yeah, and a lot of it's just time. Time in my day to do it. So that's really it. It's just I need to find time. And a lot of the time, anime that I like want to watch is stuff I've watched like 500 times before. Like, I have watched Ouran High School Host Club like at least 5 different times. And I keep going back to it because it's fairly short. It needs a second season. I've heard rumors of a potential reboot of Ouran High School Host Club. But I've watched Ouran High School Host Club like several times already, and I don't get tired of it. Fairy Tail's my favorite. I tried a few years back, but about 10 years ago I tried to watch Fairy Tail dub. I don't remember what arc I was in. I was early on. I think like episode 40 something, but I was early on. Tokyo Revengers? No, I have not. One of these days I'll watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Yep. Watch To Be Hero X with me. There's silly little ginger boy with hot blonde dad. Silly little ginger boy. Jujutsu Kaisen's really good. It's one of my favorite anime. It's still up there, but I honestly think the manga falls off a little bit in the end. Animation's really good. Yeah, the clips I've seen of Jujutsu Kaisen, the animation looks very good. Let's do this real quick and then I'll hop back in and catch up on chat. Koopa Boo Toad. Koopa Boo Toad. Oh, that was at the same time. Looked like. I was earlier. Dab. I like Revengers, but I was really thrown off by how old they looked. Better in English, in my opinion, same with Fairy Tail. Really? Like, I've only ever watched Fairy Tail in the Japanese. Again, I started watching it before it even got a dub. I think it got a dub in 2011, and I found it in like 2010. So I discovered it before it even got a dub. So I remember pulling an all-nighter to watch, I think it was the Tower of Heaven arc. I pulled an all-nighter to watch it. And then subsequently I got pink eye. So there was my karma for that. Oh man, because I was really tired coming home from school, and I crashed at like 4 p.m. and I still had eye makeup on. Yeah, sleeping like that with eye makeup on was not a good choice, and that's how I ended up with pink eye. Like Dragon, he's like 6 foot with a tatted head. He's like 14. Bro looks 30. Ah. I remember, if I remember correctly, I remember hearing that Tokyo Revengers was based on events of the mangaka had actually experienced as a former gang member, which is pretty cool. That does sound pretty cool. I think Tokyo Revengers would be much of Tessa's speed, though. Yeah, like, what's the synopsis? Like, give me, like, a TLDR. And I'll be the judge. Because, like, I've watched Dragon Ball, I've seen Naruto, Fairy Tail's my favorite. I like a wide variety of stuff, you know. I haven't finished My Hero yet. I haven't finished that one yet. I've watched a lot of shoujo romance, Ouran High School Host Club, Kiss Him Not Me, Lovely Complex. So, like, I've watched, like, I've watched a sports anime, like Haikyuu, Big Wind Up, Ace of Diamond. So it's like, I've seen a good variety of stuff, and I'm not afraid to drop an anime because I don't like it. I'm not afraid to do that. This should pull me the other way, right? Gang of middle schoolers. Again, based on real events, but it's a bunch of middle schoolers in a gang. Arcel is really a choice. Okay. Let me... What turn am I on? 26. Okay, so we're halfway. Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to pull up... Yes, please. Probably after this turn we'll take a break, because I need to pee. So many messages from people! So many text messages from people. Okay. Tokyo. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go this way. I've seen clips. I have seen clips of this. Oh shit! That was not what I wanted. I wanted the reverse mushroom. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I've seen clips of it on TikTok, I think, 'cause I recognize the character with, like, the long blonde hair pulled back. I recognize that character. Some of the others, I don't know, but I recognize the one with, like, the kind of longer blonde with, like, the bangs kind of pulled back. I recognize that character from clips I have seen. But other than that, don't know much. Bunch of middle schoolers and gang doing gang things. Also, the other reason why I think it might not be your speed is that you mentioned being picky about the art. Tokyo Revengers art style is really a choice. Apparently the manga was really good. Heard the anime didn't do it justice. Gotcha. Yeah, it's like the art style looks okay just from a Google search. But sometimes it's like, man, it's one of those, you never know. And I would probably have to make a choice to try and watch it. I have also watched Prison School. The art style was definitely strange at times. And yes, fan service out the wazoo. But like, I watched it with a friend. And it was definitely interesting, and it kept my attention surprisingly. So you'll never know what anime will pique my interest in a way. But I'm also picky about like art style and like webtoons and stuff too. So anime, webtoons, I'm a little picky about art style. That profiles are raw, are they? Sent you the real offenders. Okay, I will look at them during the break. I'll look at them during the break. Probably after I sit back down after going to the bathroom. All right. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. I haven't looked at it yet because I figured it'd be funnier to get my live reaction. Mess, 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 I'm a mess, 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 I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best, stress, fearless, say yes, we don't dress to impress. Alright, I will now look at my Discord messages. Bam! Not even to Luigi. Rude. Rude! Okay. Yeah, I figured it'd be a little better to get... Yeah, it definitely is a choice. Those noses, man. Those noses. But yeah, they're supposed to be 14. That's a lot of anime too, right? It's like you have characters that look like they should be like in their mid-20s and then no, they're 13. It's like, what? It's like, it doesn't look bad. To me, it doesn't look bad. It's just knowing they're supposed to be like middle schoolers and they look like this is wild. Yeah, and I know you've sent me clips of To Be Hero X before, and I've watched a couple of them. So, again, I just need to find time to watch stuff. So, it's just a lot of it's time. Cause like if I know it's something that like me and my husband will watch, it's like we gotta find time to watch it together. And how often are we together? With his job, not very. Plus there's a lot of other shows we need to get back to watching, but if it's like just me, then I need to find time by myself to watch some. Another show, another anime I have watched that I love the art style for, and just the whole plot. Oh wow, that went all the way in. Holy shit. Is Assassination Classroom. That's another anime. It's fairly short compared to, you know, your big shonen anime. But Assassination Classroom is really, really good. I have watched it both subbed and dubbed. Doesn't matter which one. Does not matter which one. Also, Sunny Straight as Koro Sensei. Perfect. Perfection, honestly. But yeah, that one's got a pretty unique stuff. Not like unique, but like if you show me a screenshot, you'll know. You'll know it's Assassination Classroom. That's how you know you have a good art style. I haven't seen Demon Slayer, speaking of like art style, but I do love Demon Slayer's art style of the screenshots and clips I've seen of Demon Slayer. So like that art is like really good. So yeah, it's like I feel like I've seen clips of Tokyo Revengers. But like knowing the context they're supposed to be like middle schoolers and making them look like that is a choice. Like why not age them up a little bit or something? I don't know. Alright. Stretched my arm. Let's go. Lego. But yeah, I do wanna watch more anime. But it's one, I need time because, hey, adult. I'm an adult that doesn't have a lot of time. And also, if it's an anime that I'm cool with like the kids watching, that would open up a lot more options for me. But if it's like a more mature anime, like excessive violence or more sexual natures, then it's like, I don't need the kids around, so that limits my time. Because me and my husband have watched this, this very fan-servicey, wrestling anime. It's about, like, this, former idol that gets into the wrestling business. You know, it's all females, and there's, there's boobs. Like, full nipples and everything. There's boobs in, like, the first episode. So yeah, that was one that we needed to wait till the kids went to bed on that one. But, like, the premise of it was nice, but, yeah. Boobs, man. Japan loves its boobs. That's all I gotta say. We have watched, High School of the Dead. Both me and my husband, speaking of, like, boobs, right? We have watched High School of the Dead, and unironically, it's pretty good. And, yeah, I know, it's fan service, whatever, kind of takes you out of it a little bit, but it's one of those, you gotta suspend your you gotta suspend your disbelief for a second, you know? And understand, they're just playing way too much into the fan service, but, like, the actual, like, plot of it is really good. And some people are just incapable of seeing past fan service, and you know what? If that's your roadblock, you know, more power to you. Again, I'm an adult that, like, if fan service gets extremely excessive to where I cannot focus on the plot otherwise, then I'll drop it. But, like, Fairy Tail, like, yeah, it's got its fan servicey moments, but, like, everything's got fan service. Men, women, everything. So it's like fan service, equal opportunity fan service, and most of the fan service is usually the women. So yeah, like a sniper bullet going between the titties is definitely realistic, 100% for sure. Yeah, it's Zekinator. I love this costume. Anyway, boobs, man. I know, boobs. I've got them. You know, women got them. You know, the boobs. They're just boobs. It's me, I'm people. Tasteful fan service is great, fine by me, but excessive fan service will stop me from watching a show. Especially if it's uneven. Exactly. Exactly. And then a lot of people, again, point to Fairy Tail, like, oh, fan service. Again, the Ice Mage with the stripping habit is a male, by the way. Yeah, BT dubs. Where most other dude bro shonen anime will make that a female character have the stripping habit just because they want to see titties. Oh, come on! I, like, zoned out, too. I was focused. Oh, like, Jujutsu Kaisen's fan service for women, to be honest. There are adult men and adult men doing hot things. But I think it's not too excessive. Yeah. Again, sometimes you gotta have a little bit of fan service in there. You know? Fan service is fine. Right? And I feel like the community for, like, sports anime is real bad. I like watching sports anime. Okay, I am one of the very few, on the internet at least, that will watch a sports anime for the sport. Okay, stick with me. Like, 90% of the people online that I see that watch sports anime for the ships. For the ships. You know, the male-to-male ships, you know, like the teammates together, see them as a romantic couple, like they will watch sports animes for those ships, and I'm like, I want to watch for the sport. Like, I like Haikyuu, and I think Haikyuu is definitely one of the best sports animes, period. Honestly, it's really good, but I can't fucking stand the community and their shipping sometimes. It's just, I hate it. I hate it. And, like, yes, some ships I'm cool with, but, like, not in a romantic sense, like the character dynamics. You know, I see ships as more character dynamics. And, you know, I like the dynamic between Kageyama and Hinata. You know, like their dynamic is really good, you know, as teammates. But as romantic relations, absolutely not. Again, it's just, I feel like I'm in like that very small percentage of people that watch sports animes for the sport. I could deal with Blair and Soul because it was just one person. Interactions were viewed as absurd by the other characters. Yeah, that's another example. Like she was just out there. Just out there, but like she was the only one, and everyone in universe was aware of the actions. Didn't, like, they questioned it. And they're like, what are you doing? This is stupid. Like, why are you naked? Like, why? To Be Hero X and Link Click have had like no fan service other than the fact. Other than the fact that the majority of characters are just really good looking. Gotcha. Since China has a lot of censorship laws, Chinese anime like those are a lot more tasteful in how they do it. Dude, yeah, people only watch sports anime for the yaoi ships. 100%, and it drives me insane. Even when I was younger, like teenager-wise, I was never into that. Like, I read fan fictions, of course, but there was... And it's like, I don't care about, like, yaoi ships, as long as, like, good dynamic and is tasteful. Like, some of my favorite ships in Danganronpa are yaoi ships. Like, I'm a, hi, Sayoma fan, hi, it's me. I love their dynamic so much. I've read so many fan fictions of Shuichi and Kokichi. I love them. But it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, deny, like, yeah, I've, invested, kind of, in yaoi ships. Sayoma is, like, my favorite, because I think their dynamic is the best. Even, Komahina. Komaeda and, Hinata. Like, that's a pretty good ship. They've got good dynamics there as well. So it's like, I literally don't care what a ship is as long as it has good dynamics. Now, here's an example of your yaoi slash yuri ships that are not good. Ruby is a very good example. Rooster Teeth, Ruby. Because the fans shipped Yang and Blake so much that they made it canon, and it's the fans that were shipping him. And what interactions did they even have together? Hardly any. They were hardly around each other. And also, not to mention, they just fucking glossed over Yang's PTSD with her arm being cut off. They just absolutely fucking glossed over that. So, like, given that, and then they just, like, forced this ship together, like, dude, like, Blake and Sun had so much. Like, they had a way better dynamic than Blake and Yang. 100%. Like, but they caved into the fans. They were the ones bullying Rooster Teeth about this fucking Bumblebee ship, and they let them bully them. Like, no! Stand up for your goddamn work. And it's such a shame, because, like, I feel like Ruby had kind of gone to shit after Monium died. Season 4, or Volume 4, rather, Volume 4 wasn't that bad, because I watched Volumes 4 and 5. I kind of stopped after 6, and I have no idea where the freaking plot is now, honestly. But, like, I've watched... Volumes 4 and 5 weren't bad, but I've seen enough clips, and I have enough context of, like, what happens, and it's like, dude, what are we doing? Why are we forcing these ships? If you want good dynamics, write good dynamics. Don't force characters together because your fans demanded it. That's not good writing. Let me get through this minigame and then I'll talk. We'll catch up on the chat, because it drives me nuts. Goomba Koopa Boo. Goomba Koopa Boo. Didn't we have this exact one the first time we did this? Goomba Koopa Boo. Goomba Koopa Boo. Goomba Koopa Boo. Goomba Koopa Boo. Or maybe it was the other way around. First from the right is Goomba. Yay. I saw a brief mention of Skate the Infinity. I've seen clips, and it looks interesting. Goomba Koopa Boo, Goomba Boo. 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 Fifth from the left is first from the right. It's Goomba. Yeah, I've seen clips of Skate the Infinity, like funny dub moments, just like in like those TikTok compilations. I won. And I was like dying laughing in some of these compilations of Skate the Infinity. So I'm like, it's kind of on my mental checklist of anime to check out. And it's like, we're paying for Crunchyroll. Might as well try to fucking use it if we can find it on Crunchyroll. We also are paying for Disney Plus now. Or like we have it in like a bundle or something, I don't know. Like we have ways to watch anime that we're paying for and like we're not quite using it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the star? Star is up top there. I can find a way over there. I'll find a way. Anyway, hello Johnny! Hello, hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. I am in the middle of catching up on chat. I'm not too far behind. But I ranted about Ruby just recently. I still stand on business. Skate the Infinity has no business being animated that way. It looks phenomenal, and all they're doing is skateboarding. Yeah, the clips I see, like, it looks really interesting, and I was, like, dying laughing at all these, like, you know, out of context clips put together. I was dying laughing. Speaking of dying laughing, Mashle? That's one that's on my mental list of wanting to watch. Because I've watched One Punch Man. I have watched One Punch Man, at least season 1 of One Punch Man. Haven't seen anything past that. And it's not by the same people, but it has the same vibe. And I've seen compilations of Mashle and I, you know, dying laughing. So, it's on my list to check. But Yang and Blank was so forced. It was 100% forced because they let the fans bully them. 100%, I guarantee you. And that's when, I mean, around that time, I was having issues with Rooster Teeth as a company and their content they were producing. Because I watched a lot of Achievement Hunter and some Rooster Teeth stuff here and there. But kind of around that time, I've noticed a shift in, like, the content they were putting out. And it's like, I don't really gel with this anymore. So I just kind of slowly fell off and they kind of went out of business and they think they were kind of coming back. I don't know. I still kind of keep up with some of the old Achievement Hunter guys. Like Gavin with Slow-Mo guys, Jeremy and Matt. I still kind of keep track of them. I watch Jeremy streams on Duly Noted. You know, I watch him sometimes. So it's like, I still kind of keep up, but like, I liked Achievement Hunter for the people involved. So it's just one of those things. I mean, whatever time zone it is. Should we all be Johnny for 24 hours? Science point to yes. Guess we're all Johnny. Yeah. Mashle's incredible. I just finished getting caught up with, Delicious in Dungeon. I enjoyed that show too. Clever concept, funny, gets surprisingly dark. Ooh, interesting. That is interesting. And I mentioned it earlier, Assassination Classroom. The premise of it seems so wild, and it looks so goofy, but I guarantee you, by the end of it, you will be bawling. I was crying at the very end of Assassination Classroom. I was crying in tears. It is a wild ride. So Assassination Classroom. You have, back to a group of middle schoolers, but they actually look like middle schoolers this time. Have a group of middle schoolers who are in, like, the E class, so, like, the bottom of the barrel, academically class. No. So yeah, you have the bottom of the barrel class, who is forced to, serve under this teacher, Koro-sensei, who is a very alien-like person. He's a big yellow tentacle monster. Yep, you heard that right. And he has a goal for the students, and the students' goal is to try and kill him. Hence the name Assassination Classroom. So it is a wild ride. And if you have seen the memes where there's like a bowl of ramen and a dude's talking and he goes, and a gun, and shoves the gun in the ramen, that's Assassination Classroom. That is from like the mid-season arc. That's Assassination Classroom. So yeah, if you've seen the meme of the bro shoving a gun in ramen, that's from Assassination Classroom. And I have seen sub and dub. Both are really good. Both are really good. That is also a choice to barter Mario's items and not mine. Because I also have Boo Repellent, but it's whatever. So yeah. Assassination Classroom is really good. I do recommend that one. I know Dragon Ball, they're redoing like the Battle of Gods arc for Super. I've heard they're like condensing it, so it's kind of like a Dragon Ball Super Kai. So they're kind of condensing it and reanimating it, which is good because early Super sucked so bad in the for the animation quality. It was so bad. And they're also continuing Super with the Galactic Patrol stuff. So love that. So yeah, and it's also Dragon Ball's 40th anniversary, which is crazy. I mentioned it was Fairy Tail's 20th anniversary, which is awesome. Love Fairy Tail. So yeah. Excited for it. I've heard mixed things about Super, but Gihan really likes it. Like, overall Super, honestly, if you're just gonna like watch Dragon Ball Super, watch Battle of the Gods movie, Resurrection F, and then jump into the Universe 6 tournament. Honestly, because like they really drag out the Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F. They drag it out so bad. They drag it out real bad. The Goku Black stuff was really, really good. It was good up until like right at the very end, where it got really weird. But then the Tournament of Power, the Universe Survival Saga, was very good. It was very good, and that whole saga was just like a love letter to Dragon Ball fans. So that one was really good. So, and I've heard like the Galactic Patrol, like that stuff is really good as well in the manga. So it'll be really cool to see it continue. I forgot to call for a Skelly key. I meant to do that. Shit, Mario's close up there. It's fine. I mean, if I do this, it'll put me... Oh. So, yeah. Also, me personally, I didn't grow up on Dragon Ball. My husband did. And, I mean, one of my brothers was really into Dragon Ball too. So, like, I was around it, but I never, like, sat down to watch it. I mean, the first time I actually sat down to watch Dragon Ball Z was, 2015. And I went into labor with Allie in the middle of, like, the Frieza stuff. Middle of the Frieza saga, I gave birth to Allie. Because, like, sitting watching it, I was just, like, in pain all night. And I'm like, we gotta go. And then, because it was, like, 9 p.m. at the time. It's like, we gotta go. Also, he was so mad. At the time, because, again, we were really young. So he was, like, 20 years old. I was 19 when, we had Allie. So he was just like a 20-year-old kid. He was so mad that we had to stop watching Dragon Ball so I can go deliver the baby. He was so mad. But like now looking back, it's like, yeah, I was kind of an asshole. It's like, yeah. But we did end up going back to it and finishing it and everything. So, and that was the first time I'd ever watched like Dragon Ball Z all the way through. Later, once we actually acquired the rest of the box sets for Dragon Ball, like the OG Dragon Ball, we watched it. And it gives so much more context to Dragon Ball Z. Because that's another like weird discourse thing I have seen on Twitter. Is someone's like, yeah, you should just jump into Z. If you're gonna watch Dragon Ball, just jump into Z. Dragon Ball isn't important, even though it totally is. Because, hey, the reason why Goku goes Super Saiyan in the first place, yes, Krillin dies, but he, in context, in universe, he had died once before, been revived by the Dragon Balls, and you only get one revive from the Dragon Balls. You only get one. So, I'm gonna go to Baby Bowser and see what's up. So you only get one revive, and Frieza kills Krillin, and in Goku's eyes, that's it. It's done. He lost his best friend. That's what makes him go over the edge and pushes him to go Super Saiyan. Without watching Dragon Ball, that context is lost. It is completely lost. And it's like, the comparison, someone on Twitter said like, that is not a fair comparison, but this is 100% a fair comparison. Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. It's one continuous story, much like Dragon Ball. One continuous story. And it's just a time skip. It's just a time skip. Like, you can't just jump into Shippuden and have all the context you need, skipping the original Naruto. You have to watch or like read, you know, manga, anime, whatever. You have to have the context of OG to understand what's happening in Shippuden. Shippuden. Bleh. Same thing with Dragon Ball. You have to at least have some knowledge of the events of Dragon Ball to fully understand the events of Z, especially early on. Like, Chaozu's died once before. Krillin's died once before. Where did Piccolo come from? Who's this Tien that we're talking about? How does Goku know these techniques? You know, who are these characters? Watch the original Dragon Ball. It's that easy. So, like, it's so stupid how there's a whole discourse about it. Because again, when Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time, the context is lost if you don't know anything about Dragon Ball. He just knows, oh hey, he dies. He could just be revived by the Dragon Ball. Why is he so mad? No, he's so mad because he's already been revived by the Dragon Balls once before, and their whole mission, the reason why they're on Namek in the first place, is to gather more Dragon Balls. Get the Dragon Balls, and, you know, because, like, Piccolo is dead, and therefore Kami is dead. So no Dragon Balls on Earth. So they're trying to hunt down the Dragon Balls to revive their friends, and now Krillin's dead, who can't be revived again. Of course Goku's gonna go mad and go Super Saiyan. So, like, that context gets so lost if you don't watch the OG. So, and also, how did Krillin and Goku become friends? How did they become besties? Well, you can find out if you watch the original Dragon Ball. Like, you know? So it's just real stupid how all the context gets lost. It's like if you watch Fairy Tail at the start of Grand Magic Games. Oh, because there's a huge time skip, you can't watch the beginning? Like, dude, that logic makes no sense. That logic makes zero sense. So it's just bizarre to me how some people think like that. Yeah, and someone said like, oh, that's not a fair comparison with Shippuden and, you know, Dragon Ball Z, when it's totally a fair comparison. Like, you gotta watch the OG Naruto to understand what's going on in Shippuden. All it is just a time skip. Like a 2.5-year time skip. Because Naruto goes off to train with Jiraiya, everyone's, you know, working and training, they get promoted to Chunin and all that, and Naruto comes back after 2.5 years. And time skip. Dragon Ball Z, from the end of Dragon Ball, Goku gets married, you know, they have a kid, and it's 4 years later because Gohan is 4 years old at the beginning of Z. And now they suddenly find out, oh hey, Goku's actually an alien. Oh my god. Wow, I cannot do this for the life of me. Dang it, Mario beat me. So, yeah, just because there's a time skip doesn't mean you have to just gloss over everything before. That makes zero sense. It's like, oh, the OG Dragon Ball isn't as important as Z because, like, oh, Z was the one that did really big. Because it's like, because I think it's just like the shift. It's the shift to a more action-oriented instead of adventure-oriented. So that's kind of where Z is, because it's a shift in like the kind of direction of the story. And Toriyama always flew by the seat of his pants, seemed like. So yeah, classic Twitter arguments. No one knows what the hell they are talking about. That's Twitter for you. Yeah, but also, moral of the story is, don't argue a point when A, you have never seen the point you're arguing about, don't know anything about the point you're arguing about, or B, don't have the evidence to back it up. Unless you, like, preface otherwise. That's usually what I try to do. It's like, hey, I saw this on Twitter. I've only seen one article of this, one out of context clip. You know, I will preface that. I will preface anything I say with something like that. Or, like, tack it on at, oh, shit. Tack it on at the end of what I'm saying. It's like, yeah. Yeah, by the way, I saw, like, one tweet about this. You know, like, oh, hey, I saw an article about something wrestling related, but it was only one article. So I usually try to do that if I don't have 100% confidence in the information I'm giving. So, like, talking about Erza, it's like, it's been a while since I've seen Fairy Tail, but Erza is a very memorable character that I remember, like, most of what she went through, you know? Like, Erza's a fucking badass. She is a badass. I was crying in the Tower of Heaven arc. I was crying. Like, tears. Tears streaming in my face. No wonder I stayed up, pulled an all-nighter during that arc. Because Erza was my favorite for a while, but then as I got older and watched more, Lucy for sure. She's one of my favorite protags. Lucy is fantastic, wonderfully written. Whee! Whoa! No! Damn. I'm the best. And a lot of people love to write off Fairy Tail as just, oh, it's Gunnar bait, it's just all fan service. Again, if that's all you think Fairy Tail is, then I don't know. Like, I mean, I can find literally a clip of, like, anything that doesn't have all that fan service. And, it's like, hey, here's a clip to back it up. Back up the claim that Fairy Tail's actually good. I was like, oh, power of friendship, nobody dies, there's no consequences for anyone's actions. You don't need characters to die to write a good story. Looking at you, Neji! God, Neji died so needlessly. He died for no reason. The excuse was like, oh, he needs to move the plot along for Naruto and Hinata to get together. No! Bullshit! I call fucking bullshit on that! Neji was so freaking goated! They could have concluded his character arc very easily, but no! They killed him in the goddamn war! Bruh. Bruh. And I'm not saying, oh, any story that kills characters is bad. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, it's people's criticism of Fairy Tail. It's like, oh, nobody dies in Fairy Tail. It's like, yeah, you don't need to kill characters to write a good story. But, like, if a character is going to die, make it impactful. Make it mean something. Because, like, if you're going to get attached to a character and kill them off, make it mean something. Have payoff for it. Because, like, what's the payoff for Neji dying? What's the payoff for Neji dying? Can you tell me? I sure can't. Neji died for no reason. So, if you're gonna just kill a character for the sake of killing a character, then it's not good writing. Sorry. Don't look at me. What? What am I looking at you for? I'm not looking at anybody. That's because he talks so much shit and backs it up. Yeah. What? Yeah, my whole point is, like, to write a good story, you don't have to kill characters. But if you're going to kill characters, make it mean something. Like, spoiler for a fanfic I wrote, because I did end up killing a character. I killed one of the characters that has been around for, like, the whole story, in Crowned by Chaos. But the payoff was, like, the final stand. It was towards the end, because, the whole plot is, like, a group of bandits kidnap a prince, and they find out, oh hey, Prince's dad, the king, is up to really suspicious activity, and the group of bandits is trying to overrun the king, you know, trying to drive him out of the castle, and they tried plan number 1, a whole thing, and it doesn't work. People get killed, and, like, the impact of them getting killed is, you know, like, the last-ditch effort. They burn the whole kingdom. They burn down the kingdom, and, yeah. And these characters that died had, been, in the story the whole time. So it's like, if you're gonna kill a character, make it impactful. Don't make it meaningless. Like, if you have, you know, grunts, you know, evil grunts in your story, like, you know, if you're killing off nameless characters, that's whatever, right? You know, but, like, if you're gonna have a main character in your story, and, if you're gonna have a main character, or, like, a prominent recurring character in your story, if you're gonna have a prominent recurring character in your story and you're gonna kill them off, make it mean something. Make it mean something and have the payoff really well and have it impact your other characters in the story. There. Goodness. So that's what I'm getting at. So, because I know, Crown of the Alchemist, the beginning of the story, Adeline's, like, you know, people she's close to, the Zengard, or, you know, like, people she's close to, they get killed immediately, and that sets off the whole plot. It's like, yeah, make a character's death mean something. If you're gonna introduce a character by name, and they're gonna die, make it mean something. So, That's what I'm getting at. I'm not saying like, oh, death is bad. Meaningless death is bad. At least meaningless in terms of the plot to the story and impact on the story. Because, like, yeah, characters can have a meaningless death relation to the plot. You know, like, oh, you discover, oh, your best friend died a meaningless death. And it sets your protag on a whole Avenger crusade, you know, trying to avenge their best friend because they died without cause, you know? That's kind of, you know, that's a different context. But, like, if there's going to be no payoff for killing a named character, then what are you writing for? What are you writing for, honestly? Whee! Because, oh, hey, anyone remember me talking about, like, I think it's called The Game of Life. I think that was the one I wrote. That's where, I had a 12v1 fight with EXO. And there's a whole plot point that I wrote, because, like, you know, my character and Luhan grew pretty close. And Luhan's dad is an evil king of this other, you know, foreign country. And he comes to try and take Luhan back because, like, he's, like, the successor to the throne. And, you know, but, like, he's, like, a dark evil king. He's trying to take Luhan back. And, you know, there's lots of stuff. My character saves Luhan's life by jumping in front of a spear for him. She gets, like, not quite mortal. Yeah, not quite mortally wounded, but pretty heavily wounded. She gets pretty wounded, and, I'll use one of these on Mario, actually. There's so many reverse mushrooms. She gets pretty heavily wounded, and, she saves his life, and, kills the king. Kills his dad. And, that kind of sets off a whole, domino of events. It sets off a whole, like, domino of events, and eventually leads to Luhan betraying the group and, you know, my character. So, there's a whole betrayal, and then after that, there's supposed to be a time skip. I haven't written the time skip. Again, I have these plot points buried in my brain. But there's supposed to be a time skip where, you know, he goes back home and becomes the king or emperor, whatever the frick it is. I don't remember that much, but, like, it could become an empire. I don't know. He becomes ruler of his nation, and he gets, you know, tainted with dark power and all that. And he comes back and is like, you're gonna be my bride. And my character is like, fuck you. You know, because, like, the hurt of the betrayal is, like, deep within her, you know? Kind of one of those become, like, dark and jaded from the betrayal and closed off and cold. But it's one of those, like, trauma to work through, right? So it's, like, one of those, like, killing a character, even if it's, like, so close to their introduction, it has to mean something. So it's got to, like, start, like, a domino effect of things. So... there. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Hello. Yeah, 12v1. I will never get over the Tesla 1v12. I mean, maybe I should make a goal of some kind. Let's see. Not only do the deaths set up the plot, but she suffers from the trauma of the rest of the series because of it. Exactly. You gotta make it impactful and meaningful to the story. And trauma almost leads to more deaths. Yeah. Hello, Sylvia. But yeah, maybe one of these days I'll read it on stream, the 12v1 fight. And it's like, I can just, like, read just the fight in general, you know? I wrote it back in, like, 2013. So, yeah, and also the ideas for the betrayals and stuff did come from real life events, you know, because I try to, you know, keep it lore accurate, quote unquote. Because there was a big old fight scene of, like, a war breaking out, and Chris got killed in this war. Tao gets lost in time trying to, go back in time to revive him because Tao controls time. And then Luhan betrays and leaves everyone. So there's your, the 3 leaving only, 9. So, dang it. So, yeah, I try to keep that. And there's also a plot point with, like, Girls' Generation as well, and, Jessica makes, like, a big, sacrifice, like, freezing herself, creating, like, giant ice magic, because she was, like, the ice princess, and I gave her ice magic. Anyway. She makes, like, the sacrifice for, like, this other character. But, like, yeah, I try to, implement kind of, like, real-life points into, like, the stories just to kind of make it make sense. Anyway, I love people making art. No art will ever come close to Tessa writing a fanfic where she beats the shit out of every member of EXO. Brings me so much joy. Yeah, maybe one of these days we'll read it on stream. One of these days. I need to make it like a redeem. Not like a redeem or like a goal of some kind. Yeah. You should write more fanfiction where you beat the hell out of even more K-pop groups and your character slowly becomes more of an antagonist, like when they love the band. Yes. Yes. Yep, Chris gets killed, Tao gets lost in time, and Luhan betrays everyone. And, like, I have, like, this whole, like, story arc in my head of, like, my character and Luhan. I had, like, the whole freaking arc in my head. And it's one of those, I don't even know if I'm gonna, like, write it one day. I have no idea. And also, it's like, if you're gonna, like, write for funsies, self-insert isn't the worst thing in the world. As long as you're not, like, stupid with it. Or, like, if you're gonna self-insert, like, don't, like, share it with everyone. I don't know. It's fine. I mean, I wrote a lot of self-insert fanfiction when I was a teenager because I was lonely. It was a way to cope with my loneliness. But yeah, there was a whole story arc where Luhan comes back, wants, my character to, like, be his bride to help gain him more power. And, she's like, no, fuck you. And, like, the whole, characterization of, my character, I believe her name was, like, Ryu Tessa, like, of the Ryu clan. There's a whole clan code of conduct and stuff. They're all energy manipulators and everything. It's, it's a whole freaking backstory. It's a whole thing. So, she has energy manipulation, and after Luhan betrays, there's a whole time skip and everything, and, appearances change and all that, whatever. And Luhan comes back and is like, I want her to be my bride. And she's like, no, you broke my heart when you betrayed everyone. Leave. And her whole characterization is she is very impulsive. Combat style, just any decisions, she's very impulsive. And even though she is like cold and cut off, walls up and everything, she still has that impulsiveness. Because there's a specific scene I have in my head where they're like, he finds her, they're kind of, she's trying to escape and he's following her. And she finds herself kind of hanging off a cliff's edge. And he's like, come on, you're gonna die if you fall. Let me bring you up. And she's like, no. And let's go, and falls anyway. So that's the whole freaking thing. And then she falls. She finds a group of people to help. And this group of people is Vix. The group of people is Vix, and I made N an energy manipulator. Is there a potential romance? I don't know. Haven't got that far yet. But he helps her with, like, training. Oh, no, not the fish! So, like, he's also an energy manipulator, kind of a similar style, and he helps train her, even though she doesn't really need more training in a way. But it's like, it's one of those, she kind of learns to let her guard down even after all the hurt. But then at some point, she does get taken to Luhan's home country and is forced to be a bride. And there's a big ol' fight scene, all alike when Teen Titans Starfire had to marry Glurtle Skletch and challenges Blackfire to the throne. It's reminiscent of that. And, so, like, but Starfire removes the dress and has her normal gear on, normal outfit on, whereas my character will, like, have her wedding dress still and kind of will tear it. Because, like, Luhan has, like, you know, telekinesis and telepathy. Telepathy, you know, can read minds, right? Luhan's a mind reader, and that's how, you know, he gets into her mind. So, like, he can dive into her mind and find out everything she's ever wanted. And he gives her everything she's ever wanted. And it's one of those, once you have gotten everything you ever wanted, it's like, I don't want this because he didn't earn it, in a way. So, like, she's in the dress of her dreams, you know, makeup done to how she pictured it, how she dreamed. But, like, it doesn't feel right because it's like, no, this isn't what I want. Why are you doing this? And then it's a whole freaking fight scene. You know, my character unlocks a new power-up, in a way, a new type of energy, and then defeats Luhan and leaves. Luhan kind of has, not necessarily a change of heart, but, like, the evil in him kind of vanquished, in a way. I don't know how to really describe it. But yeah, that's kind of the whole, like, story arc I had. It's, like, deep in the crevices of my wrinkly brain. Yeah, imagine me having a wrinkly brain. Insane. Unlikely. Unreal. But yeah, that's just kind of, you know, the inner workings of my mind and my story writing brain. So. And this is, like, plot points I have thought of long ago that are still kind of filed away in my brain. I also have, like, way more, like, story ideas up in there, too. And there's one I've had for a long, long time that it's, like, I would have loved to, like, actually, like, make, like, a webcomic of it or, like, some kind of comic of it. But I feel like I could also, like, actually write it, too. But, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. What do I have? I have a key. He might want a key. I don't know. So, yeah, the energy. Yeah. The energy. Yep. So, yeah, maybe I'll make it like a sub-goal or some kind of goal or something that we can read the 12v1 fight of Tessa versus EXO. Maybe we can do that. I don't know. It would be really fun. Or make it like a really high channel point redeem of, like, anytime anyone redeems this, we have to stop and read the 12v1 fight. Like, I have to pull it up somewhere. I don't know. I mean, I know where I can find the files, so. Because I originally wrote the Game of Life as, like, this Apply fanfic. And then I kind of wanted to revisit it, so I revamped, like, my character at least. And kind of tweaked some things. And I tried to post it back in, like, 2017, 2018. I don't remember exactly when. But I tried to, like, revamp it and actually, like, write some of the important things I had in my brain. And also include, you know, when the members left the group and then, you know, Chris dying, Tal getting lost in time, and then Luhan betraying everyone. Because I was in the middle of writing the Game of Life when all of that happened. So it's like, yeah, the ship was supposed to be, you know, Tessa Luhan, but but then Luhan left the group. So it's like, fuck, what do I do? It's one of those things where it's like, I'm cool with, like, pulling idols for, like, the ships and stuff, but, like, if they're in relationships IRL, I feel real terrible about it. Like, there's another fanfic that I was writing. It's called Wolf with Silver Eyes. And, there's a ship involving Chen. And I wrote it before he even came out that he was married and was gonna have kids. fucking hell. Lol, no. I'm too scared. I'm too terrified. But, yeah, when it came out that Chen, you know, had a girlfriend, was gonna marry her, has a kid, 2 kids now, it's like, well, shit. What do I do? I don't want to, you know, disrespect him and his wife. I don't want to do that. So it's like, fuck. But, like, the character that I wrote for him fit really nice in the dynamic I had in this ship. It's like, shit. Now what do I do? But I had the thought of, like, changing names and still keeping, like, the core story. Some names I don't have to change. Like, I used some Red Velvet members. I used, Are you fucking for real? Are you absolutely for real? Are you fucking serious? I don't have time for 5 extra turns. I don't have time for this bullshit. Man. A Wacky Watch Now of all times. Are you serious? Maybe I should have gone 45. I should probably do that in the future. Just go 45 turns, and then if a Wacky Watch happens, it happens. Because, man, this pisses me off. So, like, it's like I don't want to leave just to come back and do, like, 2 turns. Because, like, that pissed me off last time, and now those feelings are coming back. There. Anyway, she wacky on the watch, more to the hype. No, I have to pick up child from school and husband from truck. Because sometimes he can bring the truck home depending on if he can drop his trailer or not. If if his load is empty in his pneumatic, then he can drop the trailer and come home because no one's gonna steal a pneumatic around here. But if he has an end dump, it doesn't matter because anyone can steal that. He doesn't want anyone stealing it. So, but he has an end dump. Pick up husband from truck. I mean, I do. So, gotta empty his load. Yeah, he blows his load all the time for work. That's the nature of it. Yep. I mean, he's in the concrete industry, like the cement. So that's the industry he is in. I need to acquire a plunder chest. Because this is ridiculous. This is redonkulous, honestly. I need to grab a bite of food before I start streaming. I'm not in the mood for anything. That sounds like a problem. It's always a problem. When you're not in the mood to eat, but you know you need to eat. It's kind of me earlier, but like all I really had to eat was cereal. That's unfortunate. Alright, Operation Steal Wacky Watch is a go. It's a crisis, actually. You know what'll solve that crisis? 12v1 fight with EXO. You want my food? I don't have any food! I literally just said I don't have much! Why are we leaving me with nothing? A handful of nuts? Blowing loads and a handful of nuts. What a wonderful stream this has been. Whee! Because, like, I know picking up Riley will at least take, like, 20 minutes. And also picking up my husband on top of that. And it's, like, opposite sides of town, by the way. So it's gonna be, like, half hour at the least if I were to just leave and do that. I don't want to, like, be gone for half an hour. Just leave you guys on a BRB and come back and do, like, 2 turns. I don't want to do that. But I also don't like when, when I pick up Riley real late. I don't like doing that. Well, Foo, she doesn't have any. She says it all the time. Standard last 5 turns procedures. All red and blue spaces are doubled. If you land on the same space as your opponent, you get to duel them. Alright. I'm not near a gate right now. I need to acquire Plunder Chest in some way, shape, or form. What's up? Is my lucky day? Do I? Yes. What block? Man. Bruh, I don't want a warp block. I want a Plunder Chest. No. Because the AI is programmed. They are 100% programmed to use the Wacky Watch on the last turn. And it irritates me so bad. Oh, I have... Okay. Oh, she buys food. I have no money! I'm a broke bitch! Cough, cough, work, gas, cough, cough. I said opened up a, an item slot for Operation Plunder Chest. I feel like this is like Mario Party 7, where one of the Koopa Kid options is like shuffle everyone's orbs. Can we like shuffle everyone's items and I get the Wacky Watch? That'd be great. That'd be great. Sorry, sweetie, mommy can't get you right now. She's playing Mario Party. And this is only a problem because we have one vehicle. We have one vehicle and I'm in possession of it. We had a second vehicle, then Vegito could just come home with the second vehicle and he could potentially man the stream while I go get Riley or whatever. Luigi, Wario, Mario, Luigi, Wario, Mario, yellow, yellow, princess over Wario, red, red, and middle. Okay. I don't remember much. I was half paying attention. Luigi, princess over Wario. It was DK here. Yeah, we're good. It was yellow, yellow. Yeah, we're good. Egg. No, that goes over here. Because it was yellow, yellow. Yeah! Okay. My crisis is growing. Crackers aren't doing it for me either. What kinds of crackers do you have? I wish I could help you, but again, I have no food. I have no food. And Allie has a basketball game later tonight, and... Oh, excuse me. Hello, Vloglogo. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day with my 20-year-old Chrysler. Only had to take the shot 4 times since I got it in August. Nice. Saltine. Damn. Do I have to crunch time this again? Oh my god, I can't even get to an item shop! Man! Yeah, next time I play Mario Party 3, I'm just gonna put it on 45 turns instead of the whole 50, because we might just play the whole 50 anyway if a Wacky Watch shows up. Ugh. But yeah, we used to have a Chevy Traverse that was my car. This is something that we both kind of like talked about the other day. It was one of those situations where we both kind of hated that it happened, that we sold my car, and we just paid it off too when we sold it. But his sister really needed a car, and it was mostly for his niece, his sister's daughter, because they didn't have a vehicle at the time, and needed to like go pick her up, running around town for activities, because like his sister's daughter is 6 months older than Allie, so they're like the same age, so she's 11. And the thing is, I heard recently that his mom still drives around our niece. And wasn't the whole point of selling my car to my sister-in-law for them to have a vehicle so she can run her daughter around town and not have grandma do it? But what do I know? What do I know? But yeah, we only have one vehicle, and it works. It does work at times, but in situations like this, it's rough. It is rough. Crisis is because usually if I can't eat saltine crackers will always work, but now they're not working either. Okay. Cool. You don't have one! Why do you not have one? Fuck. Turn are we on? 48. Man! My quest for the plunder chest is, not going very good. Just in case. We're just gonna preemptively do that, just in case. So if the computers do a duel, we won't see it, and we won't see instructions. So, just in case. Because I have 20 minutes! I have 20 minutes. So I'm gonna preemptively do this. If we go zoom zoom, we might could do it. But I just hate the time crunch. I hate being on a time crunch. I hate it so much. Still blues food? Reply hazy, try again. Damn. Reply hazy, try again. I'm literally saying that there's no edible food around me. Stop trying to steal everyone's food. Alright. Alright, no instructions. Time to show off how badass I am at knowing these minigames. Yeah, I don't even know how to help when nothing's helping you. Yeah, I wish I can help. Yeah, it's like, I barely even have fruit snacks for, during the break. I barely have fruit snacks for that. So, oh my god, why? Oh well, Peach got up there, it's fine. So I barely got fruit snacks. There's some leftover candy from Christmas, but it's like, that's from Christmas. I ate the rest of my Reese's that Vegito got me yesterday. Okay. Fuck, I can't. Shit. Man. I was hoping for like a barter box or something, because you can get rare items from the box. Damn it! Ah, man! And items can't get stolen from Bowser, so damn it! There goes that, because item shop's closed on the last turn. Fuck, I hate my life. I hate my life. I guess if I do need, but nothing is working. I'm gonna go pace a bit and see if I can manage something. I'll be back in 5. I got my wireless on, so call me if you're ending. Okay. Will do. I'm just gonna be in go mode. It's fine. Yeah, because it's 3:25 right now. It's 3:25 right now. So, and we have this turn and next turn. And next turn he'll use his Wacky Watch, so... Man. Fuck the Wacky Watch. If I didn't have to worry about being on a time crunch, it wouldn't be an issue. But it's been showing up so much. It's been showing up so much in Mario Party 3 that I'm like, I have to set my number of turns to 45 just to compensate. And I don't want to do that, because like that was the whole point of having 50 turns if we have to start at 45. That's stupid. It's real stupid. Huh. And everyone's waiting on me too. I have to pick up my child and my husband and man. I should have just done 45. Hate it when I kick myself in the teeth like that. Ugh. Alright, but 420, I am not blazing it. I'm trying to like blaze like speed-wise, but where is everyone? Man. Sure, why not? Just to do something. It's last turn, can't do items. Just rude. We're gonna fucking speedrun Mario Party. Mario Party speedrun, right here, right now. I hate to do this, but that's what we're doing. Yeah, the only way you can get an item on the last turn is if you get a gift from Bowser. It's the only way. It's the only way. Oh my god, not the battles! I don't want to do a battle! I don't wanna! 0! Fucking serious. Man. I was already feeling really stressed before stream. Now I'm feeling stressed at the end of stream. Man, I hate my life right now. This is exactly what happened last time. This is exactly what happened last time, and I got just like this, and I want to cry. Because, sometimes as a mom, I have to, like, scream bloody murder just to get my kids to listen. And it's one of those where it's like, oh, you shouldn't yell at your kids. They'll listen to you. No, they fucking won't. My fucking god. Fuck you, Mario. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's Mario's fault for getting a fucking wacky watch. I mean, I'm not hurting for money anyway, but still. He doesn't need that much money. Yeah, it goes too fast! It goes too fast! They just automatically use it! Like, I can 100% try to freaking rewind this bullshit. Like, watch, here's proof. They automatically use it. Like, I can rewind like 500 times, and 500 times out of 500 they will use the wacky watch. They are programmed to use it like this, and I fucking hate it. There is no fucking point. Ugh! It's so stupid. Like, I'm not even sitting on my butt anymore. I'm so frazzled and upset. This exact thing happened last time. I've been so stressed. Ah! Because everybody needs me. I am a mess right now, and I'm like borderline crying because again, everyone needs me. But I'm fucking stuck here because Mario has a fucking wacky watch that he fucking used, and we're back here again! I don't have time for this! I don't have time for this! Man. Setting the last 5 turns procedures, all red and blue spaces are double, then it saves your opponent gets to duel them. My god. I don't even know where anything is right now. I don't know, man. Watch, I get Baby Bowser and have a chance to freaking get a plunder chest. Watch. Like, I'm like legitimately about to cry because it's like everyone needs me and I feel like I'm letting them down. And again, I don't want to have to leave for half an hour just to come back and do like 4 turns. There's no point to it. I was just mashing the button. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. It's whatever. I can just go down here and steal a star. Mario has boo repellent. So Luigi it is! Yeah, I'm sitting on my knees because I'm ready to like get up and run. And that's exactly what happened last time. It was like 3:50 by the time I left my door. And again, I have like people that need me. If I was in the middle of like an RPG, I have no problem putting it on pause for like 20 minutes to half an hour. I have no problem doing that on an RPG, but like for a Mario Party to leave and come back for like a couple more turns, it's honestly ridiculous. So, at least in my eyes, I see it that way, because there's no point in leaving and coming back to do like 5 minutes. You know? And I'm sure a lot of people don't really care in the grand scheme of things, but I care. I care a lot, actually. I care a lot. So... And a lot of time I feel like I care too much about stuff. Because, like, I'm sure some other person would have just been like, yeah, you know, whatever, I don't care. But, like, I care. I care. I'm so antsy. And I even had the thought, too, of like, oh, I should have done 45. Yeah, I should have, honestly. 100% should have. I'm kicking myself in the teeth right now. And it's like these minigames don't take very long, honestly. I swear, if the beat goes on, pops up, I'm just tanking it. I don't fucking care. I'm not in an optimal sitting position to mash properly. I feel so defeated. Because this exact thing happened last time. And I was in such a rush, and I literally ran, like legit ran out the door. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I meant to use a... Fine. I meant to use one of my warp blocks. Oh, just to get it used. You care about ending on stream? I'm sure chat wouldn't mind if you just wrap up stream now and then come back and finish the game off stream. I don't want to stress you out. It's a weird pride thing that matters to me. Because, like, I don't like not finishing things right when it happens. So, I don't know. I don't know. What is the highest? 3? Highest number. I mean... Who collects coins at the start of a battle, Goomba? No stress. No. To do a ground pound, Z button. This button you press after you jump. It's just, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. No stress, only... I can't think of it. What turn? Last 3. 3 turns. I don't know. I would have to leave right now. I would just hate to have to leave these last 3 turns on a cliffhanger. But I mean, honestly, looking at everything, and everything's saved. So yeah, I think we can probably just call it. I'd hate to do this, but like so many people need me like right now. So yeah, I think we'll just do that. I think we'll just do that. I think we'll just end it here, and we'll figure out when to finish this, because I am so sick and tired. This is why I haven't played Mario Party 3 in like 2 weeks. It's because I was so pissed off last time. But like, I'm just like so prideful in a way. Like, I need to finish it out, because like, I hate not finishing things. We might just start. We might just start tomorrow doing this. We might just do that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So, yeah, that'll be it for today. Tomorrow, ZA. Pokemon Legends ZA. I mean, it's on the Switch too, so like, it'll be no problem to swap between games. Ready to start stream? Alright, go ahead and do that. Raid Destiny 18. Yes, right into me. The classic. My brain is so fried. We ranted about anime. Hold on. I'm gonna give Blue a softball thing to do first. We're gonna go rant about anime, please, as our raid message. There you go. Alright. So, rant about anime, please. If you are subbed, use my emotes. If you are not subbed, you can use whatever emotes you want. Oh, no, not continue. Control settings. Yes, quick game. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Blue. She's awesome. I am gonna go take care of my errands. So, yeah, that'll be it. So, thank you all. Mondays! Hold on. Oh my god, I can type. Anime. Please. Okay, if you are, Mondays are Final Fantasy 16, Tuesdays and Thursdays are Mario Party, Wednesdays and Fridays are Pokemon Legends ZA. I'll probably post in Discord what we're gonna do. So thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out, and we will see you next time.